and sit down.
Alright. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of More Content Talk. That's the only show that cuts through the glam, the glitz, and all the bullshit to bring you the truthiest news that we can find. Today I'm going to talk about a subject I've talked about before, but I'm going to talk about it more in depth, and that's Hollywood, and it's fake-ass liberalism. There's a lot of fake-ass liberalism in the world today. There are a lot of people who call themselves liberals that are not liberals. Their very existence runs completely contrary to liberal politics. You cannot redefine words. I don't care how much money you have. I always have this saying, like, you know, if you're going to redefine a word, you better be as good a writer as Shakespeare, because obviously Shakespeare did that all the time. But most of these celebrities out here today are not even writers. So I don't understand why they're allowed to go around redefining words and concepts that have existed in politics forever. I mean, especially when you get into American politics. You know, you've always had kind of a respect for liberal institutions, liberal politics, even from the conservative side, but that's becoming eroded, and a lot of it is because of the behavior of Hollywood, because they protest liberalism and then turn around and do very shady things. Obviously, you've seen all of these sex scandals coming out. I mean, these sex scandals are endless if you actually look into them. There's so many different, whether they be adult or child celebrities, who have come and said, you know what, there's all kinds of sexual abuse here, there's all kinds of abuse of power, and it's hypocritical for us to just go after religious organizations. If you have an organization and it's corrupt and there's child abuse and there's sexual abuse going on, and you know, also you hear about sometimes these workers for these celebrities getting stiffed on pay, just like the recent Kanye West incident. And trust me, that's not rare in Hollywood at all. And in the entertainment industry, they'll stiff performers all the time to get away with, you see this fantastic, wonderful event, and then maybe they paid their employees at most $8 an hour. And they have all ways of getting around, like minimum wage laws, by, saying that they're doing it for charity, which, please don't go to these charity events with these celebrities, because they're abusing their workers. It's all well and good to put on an event for charity, but if you're not going to pay the people, and those people aren't volunteers, like they went into it thinking that they were going to be paid, you didn't do any good in the world. I don't care what your event was for. It's just like the Catholic Church and how they're always saying how much good they've done in the world. When you actually look at the amount of money that they've actually given to people, it's about like 15% of what they take in a year. And then you have to shave off more for the money that actually gets to people, because there's giving away money, but then a lot of it gets swooped up by taxes and various other, secret accounts and stuff like this. And Hollywood does a very similar thing. Hollywood makes a lot of money when movies fail, and then they'll hide money in tax shelters and all this stuff, and there's so much that they're doing that's wrong. But these are supposed to be the poster children of liberalism, and this is my movement, okay? You don't get to come in here and put a rainbow flag or a rainbow sticker on just for a little while, and then the moment you're done with your little appearance, you're out hanging out with all these conservative motherfuckers, you're hobnobbing with Christian extremists, you're going around, doing all this crazy stuff. And don't get me started on the cult problem in Hollywood and the New Age cults and the nonsense mysticism, which is rampant in Hollywood, the Scientology. Again, in the past I've talked about the Smiths, Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith, and their little experiment into Scientology, and that's abuse. I don't care what anyone says. No one chooses to be a Scientologist, okay? Like, this is obviously a cult. You get manipulated into being a Scientologist. I'll never forget when My wife one time, she really needed to use the bathroom, and we walked by one Scientologist temple. I don't know what the fuck they call them. It's a fucking scam, is what it is. But it was one of their buildings, and she said she had to go use the bathroom, and I was like, I'm not going in there. And she said, well, you're not going to go with me? I said, no, because the moment you get in there, they're going to be all over you trying to convert you to Scientology. And she was like, I really need to go though. So she went in, and I said, I'm staying outside, because you don't understand. I'll slap a motherfucker if you come at me with that bullshit, and I know that it's a fucking fake ass religious cult. Don't do that to me. So I stay away from people like that, because I don't get along with people like that, because I almost died because of this cult bullshit. And this idea that you can somehow pray away sickness and all this bullshit that these cult churches and a lot of regular churches are promoting is killing people, and I don't agree with it. And all the fuck I know is you better not bang on my door. You'll get an earful. Scream at your ass. Get the fuck off my lawn. Sick and tired of this bullshit. Anyway, these celebrities are all into that religious cult nonsense. Ice Cube, he's a member of the Nation of Islam. You got all kinds of people in the Nation of Islam. Nation of Islam likes to pretend like it's just a normal organization that helps black people, but there have been all kinds of instances where black people have had their money taken from them. And then also sexual abuse. There have been sexual abuse cases against the Nation of Islam that have been filed. So yeah, I hear you, and you're saying like this is helping my community or whatever, and that's fine. Like I don't care what you do in your community, but it's spreading to other communities. And by the time it gets to these other communities, all kinds of craziness is happening. You have the Nation of Islam and Scientology working together now. Nation of Islam using Scientology's abusive techniques of, I believe they call it auditing, and talking about they're working together now. That's weird. So all these Hollywood popular cults are consolidating, is what's going on. And also they take care of each other. They look out for each other. As I've said, there have been high-profile Hollywood stars who are anti-vaxxers, like Jim Carrey, Jenny McCarthy, Robert De Niro, featured an anti-vax film at his film festival. I mentioned that before. So a lot of this anti-science, anti-medicine stuff comes from these people. Gwyneth Paltrow had the whole debacle where she was telling women to shove jade eggs in their vagina. There's a lot of these female celebrities who promote these products that are toxic, by the way. Many of these products contain harsh chemicals, whether it be whitening creams. You see a lot of celebrities promoting they want to have lighter skin, whiter skin. This is, of course, causes people with dark skin to hate themselves. They're always promoting these dangerous hair products that if you actually research these, you'll find a lot of these women who get these weaves, who have all this product in their hair is falling out when they're in their 40s, sometimes earlier. There was this whole vaginal steaming craze that went on, which can cause burning of the vagina. If you actually talk to a gynecologist, there's no fucking reason for 90% of this bullshit that these celebrities are promoting, these feminine care products, these health care products, these supplements. Supplements are very bad for you. I've done a lot of research on supplements. Most of the supplements that you'll see, they don't even contain most of these supplements you see, they don't even contain a lot of these ingredients that they say that they have. So who knows what's in this stuff that celebrities are encouraging you to just put in your body, and also charging you money for it. This stuff is completely unregulated by the FDA. These supplements, a lot of these skincare products, sometimes they're up to snuff and sometimes they're not. I know that on the show CBC Marketplace, when they went in and did an investigation on skincare products, not only did they find that oftentimes the products were mislabeled, but they would also find that the products were causing negative side effects, and sometimes there were products that were told not to be on the shelves that had been recalled, but they were still on the shelves. And this is in Canada, granted, but if it's going on in Canada, it's most likely going on here, because Canada and the United States, they get their products from basically the same places. There's some variation, but there's not that much. And Hollywood celebrities are selling you this bullshit. They're going on TV every day, and they're making, and Instagram or whatever, and they are making millions of dollars poisoning you and feeding you shit advice, terrible advice about things like where to put your money, what to invest in. Most of these stars, they got money because they got lucky. They don't know how to make money. Okay? If you're in the right place at the right time, and you know, fucking Harvey Weinstein is there, or whoever, you know, whatever producer it is, whatever, and you do something they like, that's it. You make money. That's not something that you need to take a course for. You see these celebrities like charging for acting courses. You don't need acting courses. Take it from an actor. If you want to act, just go act. You'll learn if people really in acting, if people really like you, the director, they will teach you the basic elements. They'll teach you how to speak louder. They'll teach you, you know, when to make the right facial expression. They will teach you those things. Harrison Ford is a perfect example, or Topher Grace. These are people who were discovered just like that. You know, Topher Grace happened to be in a play. Producer was there. Boom, bingo, bango. There you go. You don't need a class. You don't need to, you know, you see online, they've got master classes. They're talking about this is the master acting class, and it's some old curmudgeon-y actor who's just sitting there spouting off a bunch of nonsense. It's not going to work for you. There's a Meisner cult in acting, and they're all about, you know, I don't know, being as real and depressing. I guess being real is depressing in acting. You have to understand. That's why they stare at the camera and weep, you know, when nothing bad has happened, and you know, there's barely any dialogue in these movies. It's just a bunch of grunting and moaning and well, my lover has left me, and the scripts are stupid. And also, if this is supposed to be a liberal institution, where are the movies about liberals? Like real liberals. Yeah, I understand you made Selma, and you know, you got like, you know, like a bunch of slave movies in production. That's not what I'm talking about. You know, making a biopic, that's not really doing it. You're not really pushing for anything in a biopic. What you're doing is you're profiting off of the name of people like Martin Luther King, off of the name of people like Malcolm X, off of the name of people like, you know, whatever liberal you want to do, whatever movie they've done. Maybe, I guess, like, you know, Ali is a good example, even though Ali wasn't all that liberal. I guess more liberal than people in the day. But how is this how I don't understand. I don't get it. Just because you made a movie about Huey P. Newton, that doesn't mean you're promoting the message of Huey P. Newton. Really, the subtext of a lot of these movies is, if you act too liberal, you'll get shot. Because the only liberals they ever make movies about die in the end. You ever notice that? They don't ever go on and live normal, happy lives. They're not normal people. Their lives are full of drug use and all this terrible things, even though, you know, I don't necessarily think drug use is bad. But that's the point. Hollywood tells you that drugs are bad for you. Hollywood for years promoted the anti-drug lobby. They promoted the pro-smoking. For years you saw nothing but smoking in Hollywood movies. And you would even see doctors, you know, fake doctors, actors in lab coats promoting the usage of cigarettes. Do you not remember that? And how they were for years down on any recreational drug use. And even drinking. Even though these same fucking celebrities use drugs and alcohol all the fucking time, they're always on TV telling you not to do it. That doesn't bother you? That doesn't smack you in the head to say maybe these people aren't so liberal after all? You will see any number of public service announcements done by celebrities. They don't fucking care what it is. They'll tell you not to be gay. They'll tell you not to smoke weed. They'll tell you not to. They'll tell you to convert to Christianity. That's become a whole thing with all these Christian celebrities, because they've been emboldened by Trump. And so they're all over the fucking place spreading their nasty ass gospel to people. You can't watch a movie without being told to be a Christian these days. And you want me to believe that this is fucking liberal? You need to take that shit, shove it right up your ass, take it to some Netflix box and take a dump. Bullshit. Y'all are fake. Y'all are fucking phony. You saw 50 Cent out there talking that shit. Talking about, I'm gonna vote for Trump. Because he thought he was gonna get away with it. He thought he could be the real person he was, but then his fans got pissed off, and that's the only thing that kept him in line. That's it. Because they don't want to lose their money, and that's what they value more overall. And you have to understand that if Hollywood is liberal at a particular moment, that means that the vast majority of people are liberal at a particular moment. It's not a liberal institution. Fuck yourself. Stop saying that. You're phony, fake, Hollywood. You're fake. LA is fake. Y'all are just a bunch of bullshit ass motherfuckers who want to make some money. You're business people. You ain't political. You're about business. And if you're political because you're about business, you're a fucking conservative. I'm talking to Kim Kardashian. I'm talking to all of them. Fake ass liberals. That's what Hollywood is. You don't pay people. You don't hire people. When you hire them, you struggle to pay them, but you're making all this money and you want to be liberal. Shove it up your ass, Hollywood. Alright, that's all I got to say about it, folks. Hey, if you want to support me, you can go to the More Content Talk page at Anchor. Or you can also go to my website, which you'll find on Anchor. And there's a support button below every episode. If you feel so inclined, please do so. It'll help me make more podcasts and other shows. We're also, our other shows are in production right now, so we're going to be coming out with new shows soon. Keep an eye out for that. You can follow us on Instagram at More Content Talk. You can follow us on Twitter at More_Content PLS. And you can also find us at our website and Anchor, Spotify. We're so many places now. Just check us out. Oh, and check out our Pinterest page. It's a pretty fun page. More Content Please, MCP, as well as our YouTube channel, More Content Talk. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful day. And, if you're one of these bullshit-ass liberal Hollywood celebrities, just shut the fuck up. All right, everyone. Have a good day.